Hello, all my dear Capricorn friends. This is Maxine Taylor with your December 2024. I still haven't learned that number. And then here comes a new one. December 2024 forecast. And it's quite a love. Oh, you got some good stuff here. I want to share something with you beforehand, though. Some of you have asked about astrology lessons, and I do teach astrology lessons, and I mentor people who want to be astrologers. However, I also have a wonderful friend, Dr. Arlene Diamco. She is a multi-dimension MD, and she owns the School of Stillness. She asked me if I would please do a workshop on how to read your astrology chart. And I said I would be delighted to do that because so many times you get a book on astrology and the author is negative and you want to just, jump off a bridge. So, for those of you for whom I've read, you know that I'm going to tell you everything that's fabulous about you so that you can fall in love with you and be your highest and best, so that wherever you go, whoever you're with, you are sharing the light. Okay? So, Saturday, December 14th, both virtually and in person, I'm going to be teaching how to read your birth chart at Arlene's offices. Her offices are in Roswell, Georgia, which is right near where I live in Marietta. So it's really great. We will be doing virtual as well as in-person workshop. So if you are interested, why don't you just go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com, and send me an email. Tell me you're interested, give me your contact information. I'll get back to you. It's kind of a rush job, I think, because it's just 2 weeks from now. And usually we give people more time, but this is when it had to be done. So I look forward to seeing you. Oh, and lunch is included. Okay, now let's talk Capricorn. It's a bargain. Let's talk about all of this good stuff here. First of all, Mercury is going to go direct on the 15th. Yay, it's been retrograde. But even when it goes direct, it goes into the shadow and things are still confused. Now, the 15th is very interesting because it is the date of the full moon. So you get Mercury going forward and a full moon when things explode, and you get the picture. Wherever you are, this affects everybody on the planet. And so some people are going to experience uh, this happening one way, others are going to experience having it manifest another way. You get the picture, right? So we're going to keep that in mind. Now, Mars, the red planet, has been in the shadow of the retrograde, and Mars is also going to go retrograde on the 6th. That's 5 days from today. Now, let me explain Mars. Mars is passion. Mars is war. Mars is gunfire. Mars is fight for what you want and with what you want. Mars is one of those fighters. Um, it takes longer to move forward and backward than Mercury, and so Mars will not come out of the uh, retrograde, uh, direct, uh, the shadow, that whole scenario. It won't be over till I believe it's mid-April, mid-April, early May, something like that. But I'm pretty sure it's April. I didn't want to get ahead of myself. because it can be very confusing to the observer. So we've got two retros, and they're very powerful. When Mars goes retrograde, well, let me start with Mercury. When Mercury goes retrograde, everything's confused. You can't think straight, you can't talk straight, etc. Um, when Mars goes retrograde, that fighter kind of flatlines, just kind of floats like a raft on the ocean. It's totally different. So we have both of these things going on pretty much at the same time. And there'll be another retrograde Mercury, I believe, between now and the time that Mars finally comes out of retrograde and the shadow. So you're not going to start new projects. You're going to tie up the loose ends of old projects. So let's just look. Well, let's start with Jupiter. Jupiter is the greater benefic, and it brings money, and it brings abundance, and it brings joy, and it blesses you. It's retrograde in the sixth house. Well, I'm still noticing that it gets through. It gets through to people because it's blessings. And in the sixth house, it will help you at work. Do not start a new job. Don't do it while Jupiter is in your sixth retrograde, because what'll happen is you'll let go of that job and, look for another one, and it's unsettled. Okay. Also, there's a full moon on that spot, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, Mars, the fighter, it's in the eighth house of hidden secrets, everything that's hidden. And so there is unexpressed anger that will surface, but Mars is not going anywhere. It's sitting in that eighth house of joint finances. You could, if you invested with somebody and they, I don't know, stole money from you. I hope not. But this would be a nice configuration for that. And you can work on it. And when Mars goes direct, um, in April, it'll calm everything down. Okay. You will look beneath the surface for what the anger is about. I love it. And it's joint finances mainly. Okay. The sun is the yellow planet. It's in the 12th house of hidden events. The 12th house is the spirit plane. You don't want to come out of your comfortable hobbit hole with 12th house action going on. However, on the 21st, the sun moves into your first house, and hubba hubba, you are off and running. Or should I say off and shaking it. So, uh, the sun is always in our 12th house the month before our birthday, just so you know. You can plan on it. And Mercury is in the 12th house too. And that's the conscious mind. Well, it's in the house of the spiritual plane. So you don't see it. And you're not sure what you're seeing. But by the time the sun crosses into that first house, you're saying, I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I can. And I'm going to encourage you to do that. On the 21st, that's when that happens. Okay. Now, Venus, the pink planet, is love, it's money, it's beauty. In the first house, you have been beautiful and you've loved yourself. And that's important. It's so important that you do. On the 7th, Venus moves into the second house of money. Venus rules the second house of money in the natural zodiac. Be prepared for some money. And of course, in a couple of months, when Jupiter goes direct, money will follow. I love it. Now, the new moon is today. We have two new moons. The first one was today. It's December 1st in 9.5 of Sagittarius. It's in your 12th house, and you're saying, go away, world. I want to do my own thing. Okay. 2 weeks later, the full moon sits on Jupiter. And when it does, it expands it. It helps your job. It helps your health. There it is. And when we have the full moon, when it comes to a head, it's very, very powerful because Mercury is going to go direct on the 15th, and so is the full moon. I mean, it's that simple. So get ready for action at work. And finally, the final new moon, we have two new moons on the 30th, is in 9.5 of Capricorn. It's right there in your first house. And you say, hey, remember me? I'm still not finished doing my thing my way because I want to and because I can. Have a wonderful birthday. Do it your way. And join me next month when once again I take a look at your forecast. Till then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.